I didn't think that Pat McAfee disrespected me or did me wrong in any way. He did his job, and I got no problems with it. My issue is with LeBron James. And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it. And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television today and he lied again.
Okay. So it's looking like Stephen A. Smith responded to LeBron James and Pat McAfee interview. And I would like to highlight what he said, man, because LeBron James got Stephen A. Smith in his feelings, man. He quickly went to his podcast, exactly like LeBron James said he would.
And I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope you.
Stephen A. Smith responded to the clip. Let's check out what Stephen A. Smith said, because he even said that he would have put hands on LeBron James. Let's check out this clip right here. And if you can, guys, hit that thumbs up button. That really does help support my YouTube channel and get these videos pushed out to the algorithm. I really do appreciate that, guys. Let's check out this clip right
here. Tidy Whitey's comment was funny because I don't wear tidy Whiteys. Let you figure out why that is. But moving on from that particular subject, I don't happen to consider anything that LeBron has said a laughing matter. So y'all wanted me to be serious, I'll be serious. And I know there's some people out there that's going to be like, oh, I'm milking the story for all it's worth. Well, I've been winning in television for quite some time. I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron, and I don't need an incident like this to get ratings. LeBron gives us plenty of ammunition to talk about him, both good and bad. So let's get that out the way first. Let's also get out the way that major props to Pat McAfee for getting that interview. There's a lot of people that's been texting me, and he's a teammate. He's on ESPN. Why would he do that? Please, y'all, be quiet. Pat McAfee did nothing wrong. Pat McAfee did his job. Pat McAfee has a show that airs on ESPN. You have an opportunity to get LeBron James, you take him. I don't give a damn who you are. This is one of the greatest players in the history of basketball. You get him. If you have an opportunity to get him, you get him. And I didn't think that Pat McAfee disrespected me or did me wrong in any way. He did his job, and I got no problems with it. My issue is with LeBron James. And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it. And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television today and he lied again. You see, when he approached me while I was sitting courtside at that game against the New York Knicks, when he rolled up on me, I didn't know he was going to roll up on me. I had no idea. But when he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. The cameras were rolling. And had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked, because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately. That I'm not going to tolerate. But I knew he wasn't going to do something like that. There was no fear in my mind about it. It was shock. Because as I have repeatedly stated, I was not talking about his son. I was talking about him. And whether it's the video that you saw him a couple of days later after that incident when he was talking to Richard Jefferson, my colleague at ESPN, before an ABC game in Boston when it got blown out that night by the Celtics, or in the aftermath of it, including Pat McAfee's show when he talked about me getting personal and taking it beyond basketball, I'm getting to a point where I'm getting very annoyed at people who cover the game of basketball, who cover professional sports, pundits out there, including him, his inner circle, his family members, and everybody else included. When are y'all going to ask him or hold him accountable for the truth?
Okay, so that's what Stephen A. Smith said, man. And it's looking like Stephen A. and LeBron James will continue to take shots at each other, man. LeBron James definitely did a troll move by going to Pat McAfee. And as you can see, they even talked about that on ESPN.
Great job by McAfee. You know, getting a guy in there for an hour. I know they're playing the Pacers tonight. That's a great job.
In studio.
Give him credit. That's a hell of a spot. Who'd not want to talk to LeBron for an hour? Windy can. He never come on with me. That's a great spot. Give him credit for that. Go ahead.
He wouldn't come on with me. No, I don't think so.
Shout to PMAC. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he'd probably harm somebody if they even approached him about coming on with me.
I'm not so sure, Stevie. I think you'd be a good spot.
Okay.
I'd like to watch that myself.
All right, let's
continue.
I'd like to stay on topic here, and I'd like to stay in the past because that's what we're doing.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people were saying that Stephen A. Smith is definitely jealous because they even reacted to a clip of LeBron James talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo and how he would have dominated in the 70s. And ESPN First Take, they reacted to that clip. And they reacted to it before the Pat McAfee interview even dropped fully.
Here's the problem with what LeBron James did. It's still disrespectful to the previous eras. And there's no call for it. And so when he does what he does on that level, that's him, passive aggressively yet again, finding a way to take shots because inherently he has a problem with himself being compared to dudes from previous eras because folks talk about him. They talk about what he would have been. For example, he's not my GOAT. He's Shannon's GOAT. He might be yours or somebody else. He's not mine. Why do I say that? Because the road to prosperity that he had to travel, I believe going up against the old guard like Jordan and them, they would have stopped him. I believe somebody like Jordan would have impeded his path. Nobody was going to impede Kobe. Nobody was going to impede MJ. Nobody's going to impede Duncan and people like that. But him, I believe he would have been impeded, which is why I have Jordan there. The previous eras are what enables you to be who you are. We look at this industry, for example. What would we have been if it were not for Stuart Scott? What would we have been, doggy, if it were not for the Dick Vitales? What would we have been if we didn't have somebody like a Howard Cosell to lean on and to see what he brought? Every single era you point to has a previous era that paved the way. We didn't see a Giannis because a Giannis didn't exist. It had to, the game evolved, and as the game evolved and whatever they put in the food and got dudes growing to be 7 feet and run like that or whatever, you saw that kind of capability. It didn't exist in the world in the 70s or the 60s in a lot of people's eyes.
So people are like, yo, damn, they couldn't even wait until the Pat McAfee show released a full LeBron James interview before they had went on ESPN First Take reacting to it. And that's what they had put out going at LeBron James. And it's like, damn, he can't put respect on his era name. You see Charles Barkley and Shaq constantly talk about how, they would have dominated this era and today's era, and they call today's era NBA soft. So Stephen A. Smith, you don't think that's disrespectful how much they have been disrespecting the game? The old heads have been disrespecting the new NBA. And keep in mind, Stephen A. Smith has constantly compared older players to new players. So now LeBron can't do the same thing and put respect on his era and a newer era coming up and saying like, yo, man, Giannis could have dominated the 70s. And then, he's taking it all personal and, oh, we wouldn't have been here and we wouldn't have been here without these people in the studio. It's like, bro, we already know that. Nobody is taking away that. It's just a damn conversation. It's like how Stephen A. Smith will say, oh, Michael Jordan would easily average 40 in today's NBA. Damn, God forbid that today current players can't say, they would have dominated the previous era. So, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, if you're LeBron James, in my opinion, man. So I would like to hear your thoughts about today's video. Y'all get in the comment section down below. Hit that like button if you made this far in the video. That really does help these videos get pushed out to the algorithm. Salute. Catch you guys on the next one. Hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one. And we out, guys. Peace.